actually going to go, and obviously it is going to be the map pick coming out. Oh no, it was knife, wasn't it? They didn't do it that way here.
No, there's knife rounds, mate.
Yeah, obviously English broadcast. We're Londoners.
Ooh.
Knife every single round.
Of course, Bowden with the first frag, as we'll be able to take down Mighty Max. Well
Oh.
done, but it's Aaron and Pulse. Oh, the bodyguards are the entry there, as they're not going to allow anyone in. Aaron on a mad one. 4 kills to his name. The 1.6 got himself.
That bounces at the club, wasn't it?
Yeah, trying to come in. They've seen...
Show me your ID. No!
Yeah. RODU, get out! Quickly, Pulse has grabbed him. Pulse has got him by the head, giving him a noogie. Started rubbing his head in. It's not gone well.
Oh, and Aaron's just windmilled all of them.
Yeah, Aaron started windmilling.
He's done it. He's done a Lobano.
Yeah.
He's been
He's fully scoused them. He scoused them out on that round.
1-0. Radix, obviously we said before, their mental fortitude is going to be tough and tested here after throwing away the last matchup in such a crazy fashion. But, you know, now onto this one, have they had enough time? Obviously 10, 15 minutes to resituate themselves, recalibrate themselves mentally, and try to come back into this one fighting as they're going to need it. On the map pick coming out from Endpoint now as well. They lost theirs. Endpoint brought it back to OT. They had the upset, and now this should be rather one-sided to Endpoint, but we said that last time.
Well, they get the first round, but they just still need to keep it going. For Radix, it's very slow. You can see, obviously, dialing it back quite a lot here in terms of pace. They do barely creep by. Liza gets contact, but no real frags. Max is going to waste so much time, those nods. They really left themselves in an awkward choke point, right? You've only got 45 seconds to go with. Max has got that smoke down. This is good for starving time. Pulse is there as well for second smoke. This could be awkward for Radix.
Oh, most definitely. Obviously, the bomb not going down in the last round. They were annihilated by both Pulse and Aaron. Going to go for the force bite, and it's Pulse once again this time towards the same position he did it last time, towards A main. Aaron chimes in, 2 frags for him. Lazar as well towards Heaven, finds a frag there with the FAMAS. From behind is bottom master by Lazar, sixteenths. As he twists it round, 2-0 there. And once again, clinical play there from both Aaron and Pulse, annihilating the A main push. And this is the really, you know, crucial and pivotal part now of the CT side defense on Nuke. Obviously, no more rafters, so going for those A splits isn't quite as effective towards Heaven. Obviously, before you could lurk in towards Heaven. Outside control is so important because there's so many options for the T side, but now those options have really been diminished. So, for the T side, obviously the A main splits are rather popular. So if you have Aaron and Pulse firing on all cylinders denying that, you're going to be set up for a good CT half.
That was a nice kill from Laz there, actually, as well, with the quick flick. Max just going to be able to pick up the final 2 on Neff and K-Piz as that duo goes down. The ship has sunk, but now they'll re-rise with the AK buy as the investment comes out there for Radix. But this is where they need to start causing some terror, Snods. Some momentum starts to get behind them. Really need to start running away with these rounds and play with some confidence on that T side. That's what I want to see coming out from. Play with aggression.
It is true. It is true indeed. Obviously, Angry was extremely aggressive in the last one on Cash. Some rounds it was working, some rounds it wasn't. Speak of him as well. Angry going to find the first frag, creeping through the smoke outside. Pulse, Aaron getting aggressive towards the red container. Both go down, this time towards K-Piz and Angry. 5 versus 3. Lazar still here towards outside, still holding the angles here towards the red container and secret stairs. But no one from Radix has crossed as of yet towards those secret stairs. Towards ramp, push comes in. Bottom master expecting the re-aggression for the information from Weber. 5 versus 2. There you have it. The B-bomb side is going to be in favor now of Radix. Mighty Max and both Lazar may have to save here towards Radio Room or towards T-Spawn.
Ooh. Lazar not going to get a chance to save, actually, as Hype will just come in huge there with the snapshot on Max as well. So Radix actually pick up the opening round there once they get rifles in their hands.
3-1 then. Round number 5 here. Obviously for Radix, fairly clinical round in terms of just holding. Aggression came in towards outside from Endpoint, trying to stamp down their authority. Didn't go in their favor. Both Angry and K-Piz holding those angles towards outside. And they consider the first 2 kills. 3-1 now into round number 5. As we have the FAMAS from Aaron towards Garage, holding for the A main. splits. So who's holding for the outside cross? Ah, okay, so Lars has gone towards secret stairs. They can't go in towards B. So a good setup here coming out from Endpoint.
Oh, Bowden finds the kill on Aaron as he will slay him with the AWP. Now Radix are left in a 5 versus 4. Bomb is down, still in a recoverable angle as well, so no one spotted that out on that CT side. Bowden gets the kill on Pulse. Going to be able to tackle him with the AWP that he had out. So still, Bowden just being able to find all the picks into this round. Weber kills Angry that overextended a little bit, really trying to force the issue and push out the envelope as it falls back into a 4v3.
Has Bowden done enough here into this one? Lads up, going for the refrags here, trying to see if he can equalise the scoreline in terms of the manpower, and he may do just that. Bomb spotter going in towards T main, or A main, as Max will smoke it off behind from Heaven. The elevated angle will find and pounce onto Weber, finds the frag, and now 3 versus 2. Hyper's low, of course, as he was dinked, but Max can still hold the cross towards the bomb. Cape is close range, will lose the duel. And he knows Hyper's towards Heaven onto low HP. And now it's Bowden marching the 1 versus 2.
Oh, it's all on Bowden. Can't quite do it. Max, another huge round there, a hat trick. Big play for the mighty man himself as he'll walk through that round with his head held high. 4-1 is now going to be the scoreline for the CT side. Looking good. Meanwhile, the investment for Radix, it's going to be a little bit awkward. They will buy up around it. You actually you've actually got a 5 AK buy. The utility is better than I expected it to be as well. It's only Bowden that's starved for smokes and really utility to help them out into this one, but nevertheless, let's see how it will go. Early damage should be coming through off these HEs and Molotovs that are lobbed down as well. Lazar trying to go for the peak with the AWP. Gets the read, but not really given an opportunity to go for the face. Oh, barely with a flick there. Misses the shot. Angry takes him down. And this is where Max is now so pivotal.
Yeah, speaking of pivotal things, this round is one of them. 4-1 here for Endpoint. If they win this round, Radix go to an eco, so maybe a 6-1 lead here on the CT side from Endpoint. Angry, though, for a second time has found the entry frag for his team. The aggression merits themselves the entry. Weber expecting the Heaven push here coming towards CT lower, or CT spawn. Gonna go and find and peer in and scout out some information. Angry, though, with the timing, it may work all in his favor. But Bodermeister and Angry coming in now.
Weber. He gets the first kill on the repeat, though. Angry obliterates him with the AK-47. He's thrown the clip in the AK, but will he slay from far away? Mighty Max trying to stop him as he peeks up at Angry. Going to extend round, spots up the head, tries to force Max to hit the DECK, but instead goes down himself. As it's now a 2 versus 3, but Pulse, huge play as he gets his confidence back from that one. Neff and Hype eliminated in seconds. It's all on Capers. He's got to eliminate these Jesters as he'll find the first. Slays Max, but still more to be done. Tries to go for the pop flash round the angle. The pre-fire nearly does it. Barely by the skin of his teeth. Pulse comes out on top.
Oh, nearly a King Capers round from that one. Nearly connects to 1 versus 3. Valiant attempt, actually, to be fair. 5-1, round number 7. 4-round deficit. The deficit's going to get larger as well when you look at the buy now coming out from Radix. It's going to be the full eco here, $2,000 across the board. And apart from that, you know, pistols or PT-50s, Glocks, 1 Deagle there for Hype. So maybe they can try and work some magic off of that one. Maybe find an entry frag with the Deagle, swarm the site, get the bomb down. As that is the main goal here for Radix, trying to get the bomb plant, trying to get the additional $800 per player across the board so they can invest in some more utility, potentially an AWP as well to come out for Bodermeister into the next buy round and give themselves the best buffer, the best possible buy going into round number 8. But this should be, emphasis on should, with these eco rounds sometimes, Jack, but this should be 6-1.
Yeah, you'd think so. The position is in. Oh, Weber has actually set himself up for a waterfall of T players that are going to come towards him. No, Angry. He'll be able to net the first. Tackles in with a P250. Lazar trying to see what he can topple, though. As Bowden is hot on his heels trying to fight Lazar here. Knows he has the AWP, wants to try to force it out of his hands. Lazar barely missing the shot. But in reality, this play starting to backtrack off. The bomb hasn't committed to the ramp play. Endpoint will be a bit confused about what's going down here.
Oh, Lazar. Joe Ducky loose with a wallbang onto Bodermeister. And now we see the 4 versus 3. 35 seconds left on the clock here. And here's the 4 versus 3. Grouped up play towards radio room right now from Radix in towards HUD as well, towards the squeaky door. Most likely going to try and burst with the flashbang. Angry has it. Not going to use it this time. They're going to wide face with the M4. But it is a spray transfer that doesn't actually connect here. Instead, it's Angry's bullets that connect the headshot.
Yeah, that's nice. Double kill coming through from Angry might have just saved them in this round. It's a 2v2. Retake scenario. Sure, the Endpoint side is better armed for this, but can they actually find the critical frags that they so dearly need? Max on the hunt, but he don't. Neff, blind as ever, but somehow he's Daredevil. Fights his way through it. Gets the kill. Lazar with a defuse, though. 6-1 is the scoreline now.
1 HP is going to be what sends Endpoint over the finish line from that one. 6-1 out to round number 8. And Radix need to wake up quicker, otherwise their Premiership run could come to a premature conclusion. Buys are coming in, and obviously these have been close rounds, Jack. Even the last one, a 1 versus 1. Which obviously does telegraph ourselves the buy from Endpoint. Close rounds, 1 versus 1s and whatnot means the CT side haven't been able to really find suffice economy and have quite the, affluent money. So instead, UMP coming up for Pulse. FAMAS there for Mighty Max, M4s, Orbs as well, but already one of the rifles taken out of commission. Weber taken down from the Orb of Burden Master. So now the anchor towards ramp is removed. Push coming in as well towards ramp as they do make their way towards B. At what point does Endpoint rotate?
That's a good question. When will they actually realize what's going on and try and work around with this? As Bowden holding the angle. Oh, Lazar gets taken down there. Angry as well. You can see always up to his old tricks. Wants to extend with this, try and fight round, being able to hold the angle. Endpoint quickly muster up a rotate though. Fast on their feet, but is it going to be the correct call? How Radix going to opt to play this one? They haven't fully committed to it just yet, but now they begin to reposition round. It's actually going to be the backstab play as they trickle down. Hype going to go for the bomb plant. Suspects the location of Pulse, finds the initial frag. Max with the trade back through. Oh, Harren coming into effect as well, being able to shake their very foundations, but the AWP is too much to handle. Bowden brutally tackles him. And all of a sudden, it's just Max left in a 1v3. A horrible spot to be left in as he's going to try and push out. Low HP though, 60's all he's got to work with. Tons of utility, but the positions that are coming out from Radix are going to be too much to handle, really. They actually do get themselves a second round on the board now as it goes 6-2, and the economy of Endpoint is broken.
It is indeed. Was surprised to not see Max go for the save. They're obviously maybe expecting Radix's money to be lower than anticipated, try and get the exit frags and dent their money as far as possible. FAMAS not saved, which means he cannot drop over the FAMAS and buy himself an M4. So we do see one less rifle into this buy round here. I say buy round from Endpoint, more of a force. 2 Deagles, Caesar there for Pulse, Scout for Lazar, no Kevlar as well. So take note with that Scout being extremely vulnerable here, especially to the rifles and the AKs and the Kalashnikovs from Radix to try and entry him towards outside. As he is stationed so far towards ramp, so Weber going to be taking the divergence here towards outside instead.
Take the firefight round, Weber. Only on with the Deagle. Can be deadly. Oh, Bowden actually tags his teammate. That's not ideal. But eventually get the follow-up frag anyhow back on Weber as he finds the frag with a flip. That's a 4v5, Snods, as this push comes out towards the A site. Angry. Gonna lead the charge for the squad. Lazar actually picking him to pieces. Max as well coming into effect now. A round that looks like it should have been Radix's starts to go quickly out the window as we get into the latter portions.
4 versus 3 then. 1 player advantage here for Endpoint. It's now push coming in through the smoke. Max doing his best Weber impression. Obviously it didn't work last time, but before it was a 5 versus 5. Now with the pressures on him for Radix, down 2 players or a player at that. The scout from Lazar as well, trying to see if he can connect the tags or maybe even the headshot as well as Neff finds 1. It's going to be the hype to find the second as well. The advantage slowly slipping away here from Endpoint.
Pulse. Oh, he's going to go for the play here. Finds the backstab, the headshot on Capis. Tries to grab the AK, arms himself with the Kalashnikov, but cannot slay with it. Max, elevated angle. Needs to be dominant. He's got the acrobatic skills, but will he get the drop on his opponent as he tries to go down? Who said the only down he's going is to his grave. Snods, as hype will kill him with the AK. That is 6-3. And still the economy of Endpoint. It's going to be weak.
Well, seems like Burdermaster's got the good read here. Instant investment into the MAC-10. Doesn't waste any cash buying at all, potentially. MAC-10 buy, so cash going to be readily available here for Radix after this one, trying to see if they can stack up the most amount of money as possible into this round. Obviously $600 per frag with that MAC-10 in hand. 2 kills with that one has already paid itself back. 4 AKs will round off the rest of the T side by. Well, full eco now from Endpoint. P250 there for both Luzza and Mighty Max. But apart from that, just standard pistols here. Nothing going to be upgraded for Weber, Pulse or Aaron.
Taking this fight towards ramp. Oh, look at that as well. Weber completely unsuspecting it. You've got to imagine he's going to be a bit tilted off the back of that one as well. The entire T-side team allowed to go outside all the way around. Backstab through ramp from CT side. Bowden just making a mockery out of him with the MAC-10 as well. The Ghetto Blaster blowing him to pieces. Is he still on the run? He's trying to find these frag snods. He's hungry.
I know he is, isn't he? He's already found 3, so, you know, leave some for the rest of them. But 6-4 then. Radix getting a few rounds here on the T side. They're breaking the money now from Endpoint. They are collecting their reward, and that is the eco now from Endpoint. The HE grenade, double click on the mouse. Oh, just going to be dented the HP, but it's a little bit further. But 13 HP for Max, but eventually will be taken down and dispatched off by Neff. 5 players alive for Radix, so the cash should start to be fairly robust. But there will be a pause coming out, so is this a tactical here for Endpoint? Do they want to bring the ops out or not?
Maybe this is what they're going to be discussing here, depending on how they want to reinvest, or if they want to wait a little bit before they actually do go for that buy. Obviously 6-4, but the call has been made. As it seems like it should be that 5 rifle setup, really. It's not 6-4. And put on that CT side. Obviously, looking like they have momentum. They've got the keys to victory there.
Shout out to Rob.
Robert Saar, of course.
Robert Saar. It's a good second name.
He's the Saar Kazar. Yeah. At the bar.
Yeah. Yeah, he was.
So what do you think about this one, mate? 6-4, Endpoint. Are they still going to bring this back? Is this going to be Nuke? Is it going to be the 2-0 we foreshadowed?
Well, obviously, we want the most competitive game here on the Premiership.
ESL UK, of course.
Obviously, ESL UK. But the first map, you know, usually what happens in the underdog story is, you know, first map super close, so they win it.
Yeah.
And then the next map's just a complete whitewash.
Ooh. Max gets himself a double kill. Neff only going to be able to net 1 as he does kill Pulse. Punishes him a little bit as we fall back into this awkward round. Aaron on the site, though. Just giving out digs as he finds that headshot on towards Capers. Neff will go down. And that is quite a fast round. Off the back of the pause, Endpoint instantly snapping back into the driving seat. They're just going to bonnet Radix.
7-4 then. The pause working out extremely well, obviously finding their resolve for the play towards outside from Radix, because that's what it's been so far, really. The default towards outside, angry or bottom, Masters Orb finds that peak, and then they just work off of that one. They go in towards under heaven, they go in towards their main, and they split the sights. Endpoint making the right adjustment. But Radix, this time opposite portion of the map, no longer going towards outside, this time stationed towards Radio Room. Waiting outside this ramp smoke, Weber. As one of the loudest of games so far, this round here definitely should be up in the volume.
Flashman goes out. Weber lying in position. They're just going to try and overrun him, really. He needs to be on the ball in terms of his M4 madness, being able to land those shots. He wants to overpower him into this round as Radix slowly fan out, pushing through. If Angry does what he does best, he'll probably push in and try and go for a bit of an audacious play here, as he loves to go for the juicy ones. Holding the angle, though. If they don't clear this as they push back through to try and get down ramp on that CT side, it could be awkward. Angry could really dismantle them, especially as the fact that this has all been an elaborate ruse. Radix did a bit of tour to Nuke right now. Nuke is their city.
It's very true. Push coming towards outside, obviously, with 35 seconds left. It's going to have to be a quick one, maybe a quick adjustment in towards A main. Obviously, you have Anchor that can split in towards the A side. And that seems like it's going to be the option here.
Luzza already taking a bit of a dent. I'm going to have to buff that one out as the push comes through. Aaron and Pulse trying to defend each other. Aaron, though, needs to be critical into the round. Only gets 1 before he's slain. Weber, they detect him, but it's too late. Oh, up to Mighty Max now. The stealthy Max as he hides the trigger discipline as well. Gets two, but Max doesn't know the location of Capers. Capers will slay him. So close. A matter of seconds on the clock there that decides whether or not Max would have picked up that round instead. Capers will save it for his team. Radix get themselves 5 rounds now on the board.
5, as you said. Max doing his best there. He thought if he could just kill the planter, run away, there wouldn't be enough time on the clock and he would be right. But unfortunately, jumping in the air. Max, not really known for his, acrobatic sort of skills. What sort of skills do you reckon Max would have outside of Counter-Strike, Jack?
Track and field.
Track and field. Track and field. Good desk puncher.
He would also be quite good on Countdown, the TV show, I imagine.
Why is that?
I just feel like that would be a role that Max could
Actually, do you know what? I think Ezio would be good on that.
Ben would probably be sick at any TV show game.
He would be. He would be.
Yeah, obviously Countdown county champion 2014.
Probably. 4 versus 4, as we are into quite the stale portion of the round, as we're waiting for the action to really kick up a fuss, as it has done. Angry, giving the advantage to Radix. But Max, once again, trying to see if he can turn the tides in this round. Gets a bit of a fumble there towards the vent. Can't quite get back in. Oh, but from behind, Weber may be able to time Angry here. The smoke is deployed. The comeuppance comes through now from Weber. Now he's into the 1 versus 2. Here's the steps going around him, but the bomb will make its way in towards this A side.
Oh, Neff does it as well. Close it out on Weber, so it's a 7-6. Very close. Actually keeping it quite competitive now towards the end of the half, because Endpoint going to be broken. They're going to be flustered in terms of economy. Most likely a 7-7. Then from there, it just depends on which one of these teams is going to pick up that extra bonus round. Brucey bonus, bring themselves up to an 8-7. And then things are going to be serious on that second half, Snods. It's actually quite close, considering.
Yeah, especially considering as well as the T side from Radix has been strong. Not only Nuke, but also on Cash, where the CT side is where they found all of their rounds, essentially. Actually, let's have a think. They won 3 T rounds out of the 17 they had. Really goes to rub it into their faces, but Mac 10 once again for Capers, no longer to bottom master, has the AWP, going to be keeping that one in his paws. And once again, we see Radix towards A main, coming for the A split.
Oh, Bowden trying to hold this back as they push up. Luckily, Neff was on the scene as well to aid him. Punish his pulse, and it all comes down to Weber. Can there be Webstain? Come through with a huge round here, Snods. Bombs down, no kit. It's going to be an awkward scenario to be in. This will be that 7-7 scoreline we predicted, and then moving on from there. Just depends who will be able to net themselves the additional round at the end of the half. Brandon not able to find too much here. As he is trying to extend round as well. Actually goes down to Bowden. There's no chance of even holding on to your Deagle or forcing out economy out of the hands of Radix, but wouldn't have mattered too much as the buy now comes in for Endpoint.
Seven to 7. Last round now of this first half on Nuke. Radix so far 7 rounds on the T side, so it's looking good. Obviously, heavily favoured now towards the CT half, but anyway, going to be Weber here with the UMP. He is once again playing towards ramp, and this could be a great call to make it from Radix, exploiting the fact that the weak and firepower player is going to be the focal point, and even Weber knows.
Oh, he's having a bit of a dance.
He is actually. How do you? Oh, this. Oh, I honestly wish I went to Copenhagen just to see Brandon Weber on the dance floor.
Yeah, his dance moves.
Mate, imagine Neil M at that after party.
Ooh.
Did you know we beat Heroic? Oh, did you know we won, by the way? Mate, he had been doing shots out of the trophy.
He loves it.
He loves it.
The Murphy, the meme machine, the bean machine. Weber, though. Let's see if he can make his mark into this round. Instead, it's Aaron to actually open it up. Gets the headshot. Max goes down as he's slain by Angry. Weber forced to retreat. Has the Molotov. Ooh. Lazar. You can see him actually line that one up, eyeing up what he could do against Angry, but instead just kills him with the M4. Brandon trying to play from dark spot as they push down. Can he actually get the kills for the UMP? Only one. It is a 3v2, though. So there is potential for Endpoint to actually still get themselves the additional round at the end of the half on their map pick as Neff tries to go for the bomb plant now. Tim and Capers left. This duo needs to step it up. Go huge into this one. Capers looking around. Waiting for the push to come through. On the site, though, it's Neff. To be quite naughty. Gets the headshot back on Aaron. Pulse and Lazar remaining. Neff is just annihilating them. But all of a sudden, there's just one man left. Capiz, 1v1 versus Lazar. Smokes the bomb, taps it to try and draw the face. Capiz does it! Wins it out for Radix. 8-7 with the scoreline in favor of Radix Esports at the end of the first half there, Snods.
8-7. Radix were down 6-1 here. We thought, okay, CT side in from Endpoint, they're going to lock it down. They're going to send it to, 10-5 half. And potentially close this one out in 2. But now the game does extend. 8-7, extremely, close here so far. Obviously, Radix getting 80 rounds means once this is switched over and they're on the CT half, they're definitely going to be poised to walk away with a W on Nuke, which is really, really surprising when we saw this veto.
That is true. It's definitely not shaped up at all the way we expected it to. I mean, for the first map of Cash, goes to an overtime scenario. Max wins it in the end, down on one round that would have forced it into a double overtime where everything would have been aligned for Radix at that point, with the CT side start and double OT. But obviously, as the saying goes, Snods, OT, OT, there's never much love when it goes OT. And Max prayed to make it back in one piece, and he did with a 5k. So, obviously, well done to him there.
Mate, he did actually. Who knows? Some say we would still be on Cash right now if it wasn't for Max.
In a thump overtime.
Mate, don't get me started with that one. Hour and 50-minute game that was. It was Endpoint.
Yeah.
Endpoint versus CEX on train, 38 to like 41 or something, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We saw the forces come out.
Left the server and then they defused the bomb and it went to overtime. So they went to
rejoin.
rejoin.
I remember that one. My God.
That was very interesting. Endpoint, though, setting themselves up for the first pistol round as they move over to that T side. Radix, will they be able to keep this lead alive? Neff continuing on his actual dominance from the end there as he actually does find 2 frags already. Angry coming in with a second as well. Bludgeoning him down. It's just on Aaron. Tries to hit him with the height of his Glock burst, but instead he'll be left for dead as he hits the deck, goes down to Capiz. As that does go 9-7 now.
9-7, as you said. 2-run advantage now for Radix into this one, winning the second half pistol. The bouncers, both Pulse and Aaron, did see the IDs. They let them through. They let them through so far. They bought 9 JD and Cokes.
Yep. Nice. Good work. Angry, though. Let's see what he's going to do as this push comes out. Spots out Pulse in the early confrontation, so he at least gets a small read about what Endpoint can be up to. Endpoint going for the deco, though. All of them with armor. You've got 3 flashbangs and the deagle across the board. Let's see if they can get some of that release magic flowing through their veins. Capiz trying to punish Pulse there. Gets a little tag down on him, brings him to 32 HP.
Nice.
Ooh, actually does get the headshot as well. As he pops the cranium off Aaron. Pulse still just tanking it though.
He is. He is a big, strong, beefy boy. He could tank those shots. Those digs.
Ooh. And Lazar, the AWP skill was transferred over to his hand cannon there as he could have fumbled it a little bit, but instead goes for the flashbang, drops down, hides behind CT Blue. As he just needs to go for the peak, barely misses it. Actually does fall short. Picked to pieces by the CZ Bowden as well. Converts that into a hat trick with only 2 HP.
Yeah. The CZ chimes in for 2. Whips out the scout, gets the 3rd headshot there towards Silo. And now Mighty Max denied the bomb plant, so 10-7 already. High chance we see the 11-7 scoreline, and Endpoint going to be taking their second pause here into this one. Obviously, most likely going to be a tactical. When you look at not only the buy, but also the rounds, do they discuss? Are we going for outside smokes as the first buy round? Are we going for a fast rush towards ramp? Are we going for the faster play towards DA site? What's the call going to be?
Do you know what I was wondering about?
Go for it.
Who is that in Neff's picture? I couldn't really tell. At a quick glance, I wasn't sure if it was Craig David or if it was Ludacris.
No, it's not Craig David.
Craig David. But yeah, I couldn't work out who it was. I was curious.
Ludacris? No.
I don't think it was Ludacris.
Can we see the players' avatars, profile pictures, please, Sam?
Hang on.
Oh, there you go.
Who is it?
Who is that? Is that something out of a TV show?
It's not Ludacris. He does look a little bit like
That's not Ludacris. No, he doesn't.
Luda.
No, he
Go
doesn't.
on, everybody thought she could. There we go. That was Ludacris.
Hey.
This game's ludicrous.
It is a bit. It is a bit unexpected, mate, would be the word I'd say. This is the long tactical pause. Where's the admin to tap on the shoulder?
It's true.
Jacob.
Jacob's gone.
It's not my fault.
If I was there, it would have been over. But, oh, hang on, Snuds. Is that Gumpster doing a call-in? Is that some...
Wait a minute.
Oh. What's going on?
What are you doing, Endpoint?
It's a nuke, it's their pick, they should be winning it.
Why are you losing that one, Lazar? God, good old Gump.
Classic
We do miss
Gumpster.
Gumpster, obviously.
He's been, yeah.
What does he do now? Is he still...
He's just managing Sainsbury's. I think. Other brands of store are available.
Of course. Gump's managing Sainsbury's?
I think so.
Was he like a branch manager or?
No, just he is Sainsbury's now. He's the COO of Sainsbury's.
Could you imagine? Yeah.
And he's picked up a team called Sainsbury's Esports.
Picked up a team. Nah, they wouldn't be called Sainsbury's Esports, would they? What would they be called? What's the slogan for Sainsbury's? There's every little helps Tesco's. It's as the price.
Obviously, Tesco's again.
What is it? It is every little helps, isn't it?
Other brands of store are available.
No, what's Sainsbury's though?
Dunno. See if they have one, mate.
Sam, do you know it?
Live
well for less.
Ooh. They do a lot of ecos, I guess. A lot of eco rounds.
Maybe.
I don't know. Maybe. We'll pitch that to them. We'll get in contact. I'll send an email after this.
What, to Gump?
Yeah, man. Of course, CEO. But we're back in.
Who would Gumpster pick for his team? I reckon he goes Ali G.
You're off. You're already off, right? We're talking Ash.
Yep.
We're talking Tanky.
Yep.
We're talking, he's going to pick up X Mod. That's the modder coming back. But anyway, Angry, trying to find these frags. We'll get the kill on Aaron. Pulse will be able to slap him down there, but actually, everything on the kill feed is coming up CT as it looks good for Radix to actually get through this one with an 11-7. But for Brandon, though, finally collects a little burst there off of his Glock. Will kill Bowden. Gets the bomb down as well, so that's a lot of additional cash now going to go their way that's direly needed. He will fall, but at least for Endpoint, they get the extra cash bonus. They're into a good position now, moving back through. 11-7, this is where the real game begins. They're going to get their buyout. This is where Endpoint needs to have a resurgence.
Well, round number 14 then. No, apologies. Round number 19, ignore me. 11-7, a 4-round advantage for Radix. And now, the question is for Endpoint. Bringing it back from the brink of defeat on cash. Have Endpoint thought, okay, we've won this one. There's no chance we can lose on Nuke. Has that let them mentally slip away from this one? I guess we're going to find out. But questions I was asking, Jack, what are they going to do with the first buy round? They have gone for the smokes towards outside, which is going to shroud the vision here and allow them to go down towards secret stairs. Oh, and coming in from behind as well as Angry. And actually, Max, don't think he's spotted ahead there, so Angry's going to have such a pivotal flank here.
Ooh, Weber slays Angry there. Just a little bit too slow. Had to be quicker with those rounds. And now we get into the position where Endpoint have the man advantage. They're also down towards the B site. Bowden kills Weber though, bringing it back into a 4v4. So it's a level playing ground. Hype with the famous, but is he going to be famous? Only gets one before he's traded back there by Pulse. And now it's a 3v3. Bomb trying to go down. Pulse slain just as he taps it. At the last second, he will get it down. But still, it's going to be a hard round here for Endpoint to actually defend this. 2v3. In terms of utility, Max has a Molotov. Launches that out though early to try clear vents. Also pop flashes through. Aaron just going to be playing close by Toxic Doors as he peeks around trying to go for the play. Bowden jumps on the bomb, just going to be completely blocked off as well. They're just going to tap the doors to stop him from facing. Aaron going to be frustrated with that one. He's had the door slammed in his face. It's all gone wrong.
12-7. Where's Jake's coaching comms right now? That's what we're missing right now, the tactical insight. No, but seriously, 12-7 right now for Radix. Obviously on the CT side now, the favored side. It seems like the abundance of rounds they had on their T half has been enough here, obviously. Collecting 8 rounds on the terrorist side means they have such a big buffer going into the CT half that on the favoured side. They can make, slight mistakes here and there, but they can still have the consistency here through the longevity of this half. Don't even know what that even meant, mate, to be honest with you.
What you just said?
Yeah.
Right.
It's one of those ones we just talk about Counter-Strike, yeah.
Classic.
As long as it sounds all right, do you know what I mean? It still makes sense.
Yeah, man.
Same.
It's kind of the idea behind the calls there for Endpoint, apparently.
Hey.
Right now, though, 7-12 is the score. Let's see what they'll actually get up to. Max going to be trying to push round, go for the backstab, potentially into the late round here. Angry. Going to be cutting this off, obviously, holding to see if Lazar does push through. Oh, they go for the extension out. It is being covered, but Aaron, too hot to handle, goes large in charge, gets the first. There is the trade back from Hype. Hype drops down, though. Oh, this could still be awkward. Weber coming through with the correct timing is that now is just a 3v1. Bowden, the Lone Ranger, the last member of that CT side, but he has the bomb. It's been given to him. Oh, this could be so awkward. It's really going to be a hard fight them. Try and recover this. Obviously, they need to boost up. They have to get the bomb back. It's going to delay so much time. They need to send Max off on a bit of a recovery mission. Luckily, though, actually, Bowden seemed like he's going for the save instead. Obviously, being able to hold the angle here. He can watch for the bomb, but he misses the shots.
That would have been quite the highlight. HG Grenade goes in. Not really going to have too much of the impact, though, as now it seems like he may go for this one. Went towards CT spawn, missed the crucial shot there onto Max. And now it's the 1 versus 2. Actually, do you save at this point? Especially when you look at his health.
Well, he's risking it. I mean, if he gets tagged mid-jump, he'll die from the fall anyway. So it just depends how he actually opts to play this one as he goes round. Luckily playing it smart, so he's going to try and jump down, go for the face, finds the kill on Lazar. Doesn't suspect the location of Mighty Max though, so Max will be given an opportunity to kill him. Gets a free AWP. Endpoint finally get another round on the board, but after quite a while here, 12-8 is the scoreline. Radix on the favoured side as well. And they should have the better buy, really.
Yeah, Capers seems to rejoin the server a lot when we cast him. Do you not think?
What are you implying?
Hudge G. You ever played a game of Hudge G?
Yeah.
Or watched Hudge G where he keeps disconnected from the server?
Yeah.
Because he thinks his config's not loaded?
Well, George is a player that can get in his own head quite a lot, so I imagine that could be the same thing.
Obviously, I'm not alluding to that. It just reminded me of obviously when we used to cast him. He used to always rejoin the server.
He would rejoin the server quite a lot. I thought you were, you were implying something there.
No.
He's not on the gear.
Nah, mate.
That gear from Curry's PC World.
Exactly, mate. The gear from gaming from Curry's PC World, obviously, or Intel. You decide. That's the real gear that we like to bump off.
Well, push coming around as Cape is trying to find these frags. He will get a little bit of damage, actually tagging up the Endpoint players, leaving them low, but not really finishing everyone off. So Hype left to do a hard task as he will peek out, finds the first frag, kills Aaron. Dubious as well. Knows there could be someone above him. A bounty hunter ready to strike. As he's still picking people to pieces, Hype actually somehow really making his money's worth out of this round.
Wow.
He's giving it to him.
Hype is back, it seems.
Hype
He
is
even
back.
found that frag as well onto Max. What on earth? That was insane.
I don't know how he's getting away with these rounds.
Well, that could be us going to train.
Yeah, seems like it. Radix pretty close to punching their ticket, booking that first class direct all the way to train.
Maybe we should punch the Easter egg if they win this one.
Maybe what, out of anger? Angery.
Hey, angry. Maybe.
For anger.
Wow.
Oh, Bowden with a miss there as they try and go for the play down ramp. Lazar the only one with a scout in his hands. Obviously, the rest of the teammates all armed with a deco buy as they do go for the deagles. They can be quite naughty with these weapons. You definitely can't count Endpoint out when they do go for a force buy of this manner. Lazar as well, obviously, it would just take a couple of tags. You hit someone once with the deagle, they won't have enough sustain, so if Lazar actually does peek them and tag them up with a scout, they will fully die.
Yeah, obviously the scout can try and tag a player, get the second shot in with the deagle and try and, connect a wombo combo with the scout deagle and get some entries and some frags. But ow, the nice shot there. 4 versus 4, minute left on the clock for Endpoint to work with. They have the M4 and scout now. Bottom step still has the open to commission. Hype is still alive and he's been the pivotal factor here. For Radix into many of these ones. Capers on the lurk towards outside, spots the bomb, and that's crucial in understanding where Endpoint were trying to eventually conclude.
Oh, goes for the peek with the deagle. Tries to land the shot, but couldn't quite muster it up. As the extension will instead come round. Oh, hype there. Finds another kill. Takes down Pulse. Capers comes through towards Weber. Now it's just Aaron left. Aaron, the only one that actually did recover a weapon, but obviously he's been down towards the B site this entire time, trying to hold vents, trying to catch off a rotate player on the CT side. And when he does peek out, the angle is held. Radix get themselves a 14th round. This could actually have been a 2-0 for Radix in terms of just back-to-back maps there. If they would have won cash, the way this has gone, could have been a 2-0. Instead, though, looking like it is going to go 1-1 and push us out the train now.
Oh, most definitely. Obviously, for Radix, they're actually looking extremely strong individually. And what you know, dissect about Endpoint, it's hard to really say. Eco now from Endpoint. They are going to be playing for OT. They're going to play to win this one back from 15 to 8, but they did in the last one. They were down 15 to 11. They brought it back 4 rounds on the trot to force OT, and they won it in first OT, 19 to 17. But I mean, obviously, Radix now woken up, it seems. But also, 15 to 11 versus 15 to 8 is very different.
With the backstab on Neff, though, actually physically butchering him. That HE will transfer a fair bit of damage. Actually, Ingrid that gets the kill as well. Weber gets the bomb plant, but still so much to do as he falls, killed by Angry. Defuse will come out. That is match point. 15 to 8 will be the scoreline. 1 round away from pushing this out, heading on over to Train, and it looks like that's going to be the case now at this point.
Yeah, I mean, Train is a map for both these teams where we do bring up questions. Radix obviously having a victory versus Epiphany, but on Train to actually make it this far into the playoffs. Actually, do you know what I'm going to do? Between the maps, obviously, once this one concludes, if it doesn't go to overtime and obviously Endpoint win it, then again, I'm going to look at Endpoint's last games on Train. Did they play Train at Copenhagen Games?
Oh,
I know they played Cobblestone.
Ooh, nade stack as well was outside. Angry! He could just have the mass play. This could be huge. It absolutely could massacre him as he gets up behind, kills Max. Ready for more as well, dubious of the location of Weber, as he knows he likes to hold towards Silo. Peeks out, trying to find the frag. Everyone else is coming back to fight him as well. Everyone in this Endpoint roster has been thrown into dismay. Chaos has been caused all off the back of Angry into the early round. Finally, they find him and return to a little bit of stability.
4 versus 3. Bernamas is up. Gives back the advantage here to the boys in blue. Hashtag bleed blue. Luz, fast frag there. The AK headshot connects now. Hype already in towards Vent. Oh, Pulse spotted out and
Radix win.
The
The Go TV's died. So there you have it.